was fast. Hola, witches.
Hello.
All right. So, this episode, this show is going to be very, very fun. Just because this month's theme is integrating the witch. And we are going to be titling this A Witch's Arsenal, which we have done before. But this is going to be very specific on what it means to integrate with the witch and what we utilize and just little different tips and tools and such for you to have on connecting with the inner witch and empowering yourself and different things to really sort of, again, integrate and merge the witch self with, the mundane, with the everyday self. And so it's very important. And so we will be doing that. We have essential oils. I have some other little things over here, some herbs that we're going to talk about. And a lot of other fun things to express. But if you have any questions, if you're watching this video, feel free to comment on the video, and we will definitely be of service and get back to you. Before we get into all the fun stuff and talk about the different uses of different things, we are going to share with you how we prepare when we do videos, how we connect with the witch, and what we do, just so, to give you an example of what to look forward to, really, right?
Yes.
So why don't you go first, because you got your shit together.
Okay, well, before we do shows, before every show, usually we chat for a little bit on Messenger about, hey, are we going to do the show? And whenever I know that Michael's getting ready and we're both getting ready to do the show, after I put on my face and get presentable, I like to go into trance and call in any energies that I feel like I need to be called in, any deities, any spirits that want to come through. I like to be led by spirit whenever we do these videos, because a lot of our information comes from spirit. I mean, it comes from research and experience too, but it comes from spirit. So I like to be open with that and center and ground myself and really connect to those deeper witchy instincts and intuitions, and light incense. And earlier I was combing through my aura with clear quartz. I like to do that. It helps clear your aura out of any kind of junk that's hanging around. And I also like to use a little black obsidian, sort of cut away anything that I don't need, remove any obstacles, get things out of the way. So, and really connect that raw, primal power that is the witch.
Right.
So, and of course, before all that, we like to bullshit and just kind of relax with each other. And and honestly, that is an important part of our little pre-show ritual as well, because it gets our inspiration and creativity flowing, and it's just we connect better, I think.
I think so too. We the whole bullshit experience is very necessary, because, and this is, it's kind of like obviously getting yourself into the right headspace and the right energetic space. So once you connect with someone and you're bullshitting and you're releasing, and you're just having fun, your nerves kind of like, you let go of that shit, and you connect with the fun part, the aspect that is uplifting, and you enjoy it. And so while you release that, the bullshit, you just have fun, you talk, and you let go of sort of like the mundane aspect, the everyday world, and then we start to allow for our topic to be expressed. So we invite the energies of the topic and the spirits in, and so as we bullshit, that kind of calms, lets go, releases. And then at the same time, at the back of our head, the back of our experience, we have the energy and the topic of the night there, and it starts to make its way into our aura, into our energetic field, into our minds, our spirits. And so eventually become ready to do this. And I utilize a lot of essential oils that I create or that are created by people I know. Um, and I will anoint like the third eye, the crown, the base of the neck. I'll just do at the wrists, and I'll inhale those lovely scents in, and I'll allow that energy, that influence, to connect with me. And as I connect with the influence and the power of the essential oils, it really activates the inner witch and the inner experience for it to be released and to be expressed here. And so as that happens, I also pay attention to the energies that are coming through, and I really do want, like Melissa expressed, we have the foundation, we have the experience of wisdom and research and all that, but we also like to make sure to express from spirit, so we're connected. And as we connect with all of these things, we are pretty much like the vehicle or the vessel in which information and other things are expressed. So we definitely pay attention to different things that we have, and we allow it to influence us and connect with us. And so we let go of the hardships of, in essence, I guess the everyday life, and the aspect that you are for everyone else in your mundane experience. And then you allow the witch, which is always present, but you allow the witch to really take over, to be expressed, especially during these shows, because we want you to be able to experience that and have that when we communicate with you. I'm just rambling.
Yes.
Uh,
Good
I'm just,
rambling, though.
I'm just rambling, but yeah, and it's important. It's really important for everyone to understand those different aspects of themselves, because it's like calling and channeling energy. You ask for the witch to be present because that is something that's always in you. Just kind of like when I'm doing hair. I'm not always formulating hair or color theory and such when I'm every day, when I'm not in that mode. So it's at the back of my mind, the back of my experience, but I'm still a hairstylist. I'm still, that's still a part of me. But then when I need it, I need to, channel that essence. So it's there. I just call it forward, and boom, Michael, the hairstylist, I got your shit. I got you covered. I can help you pretty much with anything.
Yes.
And that's kind of like with the witch.
It is. I mean, that's exactly what we do. And honestly, I know for me, my witch, of course, again, we're talking about integrating with witch, so my witch is also me. But that aspect of myself is always very close to the surface. It's not challenging to tap into, but that doesn't mean that that's the same way for everyone. There's a lot of times that we have that kind of separation from aspects of ourselves because we're not as comfortable with that part of ourselves as we should be. So it is not unusual for people to need help in connecting with that aspect of themselves.
Right.
And so that is why we have come up with this witch's arsenal to
Yeah,
integrate
absolutely.
with the witch.
Yes.
So, what do you like to use, Mr. Deviant Witch?
Well, let me just say here. My first, of course, is going to be, and I tried to pick some things that were, you know, basically what I feel like most witches have on hand. Lavender essential oil, especially.
Mm.
Anyways, lavender essential oil, and obviously lavender is great for many things. And I think, yeah, I will do a blog post on Deviant Witchery, and I'll share that later on about the different everything I shared here. Well, probably just the essential oils and herbs. I'll do a more in-depth blog post on how you can work it in integrating the witch. But lavender I like to use because it helps calm the mind. It helps kind of put the hardship and the chaos at ease. And so I'll like sniff lavender, or I'll put it in, get some rice and mix it with some rice, and have just like, a bag or, something of lavender. Even put it in like a bowl. I don't have a bowl here, but Or what you can do as well is utilize a puppet and
Yes.
set the intent for creating that connection with your witch. And lavender is perfect because again, it's very subtle. It's not going to be damaging to you because sometimes when you integrate with the witch, it can be very harsh, and the energies are so intense that um, it's very challenging and it freaks you out. It freaks them out at first because you have that rush of power. You have that rush, that experience where your ability, your skill set, the intensity of witchcraft, it really truly overcomes you, and then it moves the stagnant energy in your body, and that can be very scary for people. And so, when I say lavender, I do so because like it's so nice. It really is nice. It's very nice. It's very gentle, and it can be used for many things. But it comes in and allows you to really think, and it calms your shit. It really allows you to be in that space where you're open to suggestion, you're open to the integration of your power, your skill, your essence. It kind of, it's a lot like lube, really. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, they keep saying like in the back of my head, it's like, just say it, Michael. It's just a lot like lube. It's very necessary at times, and it's just it eases the transition. It eases the entering of the energy of the witch, you know, and it just calms. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. It calms the experience. It calms your energies. It slows down the process because sometimes when we are allowing the witch to enter, or just to be in our experience, uh, our normal vibration, our energy is so very physical. It's at a very low rate, so we can be here in the mundane, here in this physical experience in our everyday life. Lavender helps to kind of like calm that down. It will help you raise your energy, but in a way that's not going to be harmful. It's very soothing. And so it calls the good shit to you. So it calls your spirit essence to you. And that's why I say lavender is necessary. Does that make sense? I'm just rambling.
It makes total sense too. It does. It makes total sense. I really enjoy lavender. It does help calm you down. You know, a lot of at least that has been relayed to me. People will tell me, "Well, I'm very nervous." Ow, cat! My cat's trying to climb into my lap. But people will say I'm very nervous about casting spells. You know, really accepting that aspect of myself, and lavender is perfect for soothing that transition and really opening yourself up to possibilities because you are calm and you're not freaking out. You know? And orange oil is also really good for that. And on yes, orange. I love orange oil. You know, not only does it help open the way. Hold on a second. Come here, cat. Gonna be in my lap, be in my lap. But she's like clawing my legs to death. But anyway, orange oil. Orange oil helps open the way. As we know, orange is awesome for that. But it also not only will it give you energy, but it will also help you um, soothe your anxiety. So, and I love using lavender, and it might sound strange, but a little bit of lavender with a little bit of orange together can be a very interesting combination. Because to
Mm-hmm.
me, overuse of lavender for me, and maybe it's because my mother liked to use lavender everything whenever I was a baby, kind of puts me to sleep
Yeah.
because I'm so calm. So to keep me from like really just passing out, I will mix lavender with a little orange, and it'll keep me aware of what's going on, but I won't be so aware that I'm anxious.
Right.
You
Ooh.
know, it helps.
Yeah.
So it's really good for working with any kind of trance work, honestly. To use orange and lavender. And if you don't want to put it on yourself, you can have it like burning in, you know, or put it in an oil diffuser, you know, any kind of situation like that where you can just kind of smell it and it fills the room, and it's really a lovely scent, and it really helps put you in that space where you can accept and explore your witchy self.
I like that. Yes, it's funny that you mentioned orange because like I was I'm like I need to get an orange. I really do. I don't know why I need to share that, but I have the essential oil as well. But yeah, and you know what? A really good technique that you can do for really connecting with the witch is get an orange and program it. Place it on your heart, y'all. Place it on the heart center. Uh,
That's your orange.
touch your orange. Um, but do that and get into that meditative process, that state, and call forth the witch and feel the witch rise through you. If you need to go to the center of the earth and ground, and then bring the essence of witch up into you and bring it up and into your heart and allow the witch to connect with the orange and program it and put that witch essence in there. And then peel your orange. And as you peel it, just meditate, contemplate what it means to be the witch, contemplate how that essence influences your everyday life, and feel it course through you. Feel yourself connect with it, because orange opens the way and it stimulates in a very good way. And so allow that to course through your mind as you're experiencing that, and then peel the orange and consume the orange. Leave a piece or two out as an offering on your altar for the witches of old, ancestral witches, and those who have come before you, those who are here, and those who will come after. Just as a thank you, because without them, we would not be here. But
Yeah.
and that will also help you build that relationship with those spirits. And then as you consume the orange, pay attention to your thought process. Pay attention to what it feels like to really consume the orange. Feel the texture, feel the juices, feel everything. Because as you're doing that, you're really stimulating your witchy senses. You're paying attention to what is necessary and what you're supposed to be doing as you craft. And then take your orange peels and anoint it with a little bit of lavender, not a lot, just anoint it with a little bit of lavender, and then place those maybe on your altar and utilize those to really connect with the witch and feel it out, and really make sure that you do that, every day for a few days, maybe every day for 3, 5, 9 days, and write down your experiences, because it's necessary for you to really comprehend what that witch, what you feel like as witch in your full, essence.
I like it. Yes.
Oh,
Let's see. I'm gonna move away from oils for a minute and talk about, well, a resin. It's not really an herb, but dragon's blood. I enjoy utilizing, because not only, yes, and we know it boosts your spells. It is just kind of almost, I hate to say just pure magic, but it has that pure, like, higher vibrational energy in a way that just really connects with not just you and your spell work, but it also connects with just the energy of the earth.
right.
And I really enjoy working with dragon's blood. I like to grind it up into a powder. And that does take a little bit of effort. I don't know if y'all work with the raw, like, chunks of dragon's blood resin, but that shit is like rock. So you really have to pound on it. But
Yeah, you do.
in a carrier oil, like on the stove, and a double boiler, and letting it really dissolve into that carrier oil, because it will turn this beautiful red. And then I like to take that and put sigils on my forehead, on my arms, on my hands, and to help me connect to not just the earth's energy, but that primal witch. Because it really, for me, it really connects. It goes down to my root chakra and just kind of slams you with that energy from the earth. And it's really powerful. it's a lot of fun to work with. Like I said, beautiful color. This will really come out pretty, which may not seem important, but honestly, I like that because to me it helps. You know, aesthetically, it helps feed that connection. Because when I look at those red symbols that I've etched on my arms or on my third eye or on my legs, stomach, wherever I feel the need, yes, I see you. My cat, y'all, she is just being totally aggressive with the love that she wants me to give her.
Oh, it's perfect.
I know, she's just like, oh, love me, love me. But well, oh yeah, okay. So aesthetics, but it's like you connect to that color, and to me it helps. It also signifies Earth energy, Sproul, the red serpent. So that is like a trigger in my mind to connect to that essence, to connect to the witch, to let that energy just kind of flow through me. And it really helps. So, as much as aesthetics may not seem to be important, they can be really powerful triggers that can connect you to a feeling, an emotion, put you in that state of mind to really integrate and accept and work with those aspects of yourself.
Right. Well, aesthetics are very important, I think, because they trigger something within each individual. They can be very sensual,
Yeah.
and they, I don't know, that's just the energy that's actually really coursing through me right now. They can be very sensual, especially when you think of the witch, and that's what we're so many different things, but we have that very attractive and seductive essence that is something that we are always. And so aesthetics are very important because they trigger that energy, and so that helps the witch to respond. I love Dragon's Blood though. It's just so wonderful, and yeah, it can boost power, but really, it's so much more. It's almost like the life force. It's like blood, really. Obviously, Dragon's Blood. But it connects with
Right.
the blood of the earth. The blood of the cosmos. It's that life force, that essence that pumps through everything. And so when you utilize it, you connect with it, you're really channeling the energy of the cosmic source, the cosmic soul. And that's very important when you're connecting with the witch, because which is a necessary expression of divinity, a necessary being or entity or individual of the earth. So we're necessary for this experience. So when you're working with Dragon's Blood, you think of that. It's very important to work with it and to channel it. And again, I have this, so you can also make a little poppet,
Yeah.
and fill it with some Dragon's Blood. Add some orange peel maybe. Those two combined are really nice. Orange will help you to open the way, and it will help you really stimulate the mind and stimulate the connection between mundane or everyday as well as witch, and it'll help you to really understand the transference, going from one essence to the other, and being comfortable with it. And you can have that poppet with you, or make a dream, like a pillow of some sorts, and use that as inspiration. There's so many different things that you can do, but definitely do something, because that's actually the most important thing, is actually doing. But yeah, I like that. I love Dragon's Blood. It's so fun. It's Dragon's Blood oil smells wonderful.
It does.
Yes. I guess I'll step away from essential oils for the moment, but I
Have a bone.
I have a bone. I have a bone for y'all. Here it is. Uh, but bones are very interesting to work with, and it doesn't matter what type of bone, really. I mean, obviously, each bone will have a specific energy, and depending on the part of the animal it came from, or human, it will have a very specific way of expressing itself. But bones remind us that, this flesh is temporary. The flesh is temporary. The physical experience is a temporary experience. We are actually, spiritual essences, spiritual beings living a physical existence. And so what that means is the physical body is not our permanent residence. This is not where we are going to be for eternity. And so the bones for a witch, it helps us remind us that we are so much more. And so everything that we do on this earth, we should do with as much, passion and creativity and expression as we can, because this moment is so vital and so important, because we don't get another moment like this current one. And the witch, with the power that we have and the skill set that we have, and then, the creativity, the artistic expression that we have, we should make the most of it, because what we do definitely influences and sets the tone for those in our circle, those in our family, those in our experience. And so I work with, it just don't sound right, but oh well, I don't care. I work with bones to remind myself of the connection I have to the dead, the connection I have to this physical experience, that it is not the permanent experience, and to really inspire me to understand the beauty of, the moment. And so this helps me to integrate with my witch, because I realize that this is just like an anchor. This is something that is going to be left behind. And so the impact that I have, or the impact that I will create or whatnot, is kind of like my legacy. This reminds me of legacy, and it's important to me. And so that's why I have this. Anyways, I'm rambling. But yeah.
Yeah, but yes, but it is important, and working with bones. Again, you're really connecting to that primal force, the old ways, the old witches, the ancestral witches. I mean, bones are an important part of our, history in the craft as witches. So whenever you work with bones, you connect to something much older than yourself. And it helps in order to integrate with the witch. You become comfortable with that ancient presence, with that older vibrational pull from, witches, ancestral witches from the eternal spot. And that is a very powerful, and can be very uncomfortable at times. Pull. I feel like I have cat hair all over my face, y'all, because my cat's just been all over me. But so I'm just like, right here, like, why aren't you loving me? But bones are amazing to work with. I really enjoy working with bones of all kinds.
So much.
Yes. So, yeah, definitely. I love using bones. I love connecting with that spirit. And as much as all bones in a way can connect you to, send you to the same place, they all have their own, of course, vibrational energy. I would really love to get my hands on some real human bones. One day that will happen. So they don't cost $5,000. Or maybe they will, and I'll just have that much money to spare. But anyway, so bones are amazing. I like to use, as I stated at the beginning, black obsidian, clear quartz. Both are amazing. Clear quartz amplifies, yes, but also clears. You have, whenever I hold my clear quartz, and this was gifted to me by a certain deviant witch. But it is amazing. It not only does it amplify, clear quartz can be like a mirror. but it can also, and which is awesome to work with if you don't like working with actual mirrors, because to me, some mirrors are just super fucking creepy. Clear quartz is great. And not only can it help reflect you, aspects of yourself when you tap into that mirror type energy, it can reflect the aspects that maybe you need to get to know better, you can see better, connect with more. But it can also help you see clearer. Get all the junk out of your face, out of the way. No, ignoring anything. Now, this would be a good time to use tools whenever you're working with either one, clear quartz or obsidian, because clear quartz can be kind of harsh. I mean, it show you everything, no filters. So if you utilize the lavender and orange oil like we talked about earlier, it will help lube up that transition.
Shit.
You can slip into that space a little easier. And the same with black obsidian. Black obsidian can be very harsh. It is going to cut away at any kind of illusions you might have of yourself. And it's going to show you the raw, primal you. So that can be harsh, that can be very straightforward, that can be very in your face. So I actually kind of like to use both at the same time, which can be even more harsh sometimes. But you're going to know, what you have not been seeing. You're going to understand connections like you've never understood them before. So, yeah, a glass of wine and some lavender will do you a lot of good if you utilize both. They are great. And to me, again, we've been kind of going through things, and we feel like every witch probably already has. So clear quartz, a good piece of clear quartz, a good piece of obsidian. Hopefully you do have that already.
I like that. I do. I like it. And clear quartz, and to give you a little bit of an image, clear quartz, think of clear quartz as like a magnifying glass, and then the sun, boom, what does that happen? What happens after that? You have a fucking fire. And if you put this, that's why like you did that after the bone. You put fire to flesh, what do you have left over? Sometimes you got some bone remnants, and so that shows you what clear quartz can do. It eradicates, it really obliterates the bullshit and the what is not necessary, and it exposes and it unearths the what's the energy that is hidden.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for integrating the witch and recalling and allowing it to express through you, because clear quartz will raise the vibration of the physical body so much at such an intense rate that the spirit, the essence that is within you or impressing upon you, is left over. It comes through at a very dominant rate. And so enough clear quartz, it will help push that to the surface, and then you can experience that. Another interesting thing that might be really good with clear quartz is, let me get this right here, because apparently I have a show and tell syndrome tonight, is pyrite. Pyrite is actually really pretty, y'all. Really pretty. So pretty. So very pretty. But no, what you can work with pyrite for is because some people might not be able to feel that witch essence, and they might feel disconnected. And so pyrite actually can come in to help you. It helps bridge the gap. It helps, merge, like we're talking about, merging, integration. It helps you to really take what you might be, or what you think you might be, or what that you're possibly, because you question, doubt your shit. But it takes that, and it helps you to really understand the process. This is who I am. This is what I am. This is my power. This is my skill. This is what I'm stepping into. Pyrite will help you remember your worth. Pyrite will help you remember what you are, where you are, who you are, and all of that. It will inspire you, but it will also take that essence, that mentality of possibly, and it'll bring it out, and it'll force you to deal with what you need to deal with to really claim your rightful place and claim your power and step into that essence and what it means to fully embody your confidence and your strength. And Pyrite does that for you. So it's really good to work with when you're integrating the witch, because it will take the possible doubt or the self doubt and the shaky belief system that you're kind of feeling, you're creating for yourself, and then it will like throw it to the fucking front. And so you step into it knowing this is who you are. It doesn't really matter what anyone else says. It doesn't matter anything of that nature. You step into it and you become.
Yes. Yes, yes. I love pyrite. And I like, as much as pyrite is very good to, connect and what I really love about it is the way it makes you feel, because it will put to me, it will put a very nice positive spin on what you're feeling. So you don't feel totally, you don't, it overrides that super harshness with this amazing feeling of acceptance and glitter and fabulousness, that comes with connecting, and you become, comfortable, not just comfortable, but excited and kind of in a very all that glitters is gold kind of feeling, about what you're going through, what you're experiencing. Another way to connect, and y'all, I think that every witch should have some tool, divination tool that they use. Well, and it doesn't have to be tarot.
It doesn't have to
But I
be.
love tarot.
I do love the
It doesn't
card.
have to be oracle, but we love oracle.
We love Oracle.
Yes. So it doesn't have to be any of those things, but it doesn't have to be one thing either. You can use a multitude of ways to connect as far as in divination, but that's going to help you tremendously with connecting to the witch. What a better way than divining, and receiving those messages from yourself. And it might be like, oh, Melissa, from myself. Well, hell yeah, y'all. I mean, tarot cards honestly are more about, in a lot of ways, connecting, interpreting the messages that you've already been given by spirit that you already know about subconsciously.
Yes.
You just haven't come to terms with that shit yet.
Yes, I like it. Yeah.
So use the tarot, use divination, use runes, throw bones, look in a scrying bowl, use a scrying mirror, whatever you feel, but use some sort of divination to help you connect. It can really be an enlightening experience. You'll realize things that you sometimes already know and knew you knew, but didn't want to face it. So you'll look at it and be, God damn it, I already knew this.
Right.
Or it will enlighten you with a message like, oh, so that's what that's talking about. That's what that means.
I like that very much. It's absolutely enlightening. But I do agree. I think that everyone should have like a divination tool of some sort, every witch at least. And it's very important to utilize because it helps stimulate the psychic centers. And I think we probably should kind of end with divination. There's so much more we could say, but we're going to be like on it too long. But it's important to stimulate that, the psychic connection. And so divination, y'all watch our tarot and the Deviant shows. That will help you get a feel for cards and such. But if you want to work with your cards or oracle deck or even any divination tool, you can shuffle your deck and pick like your first card, shuffle it, whatever. This is the witch. This is the witch. This is my witch, and this is how it is expressed, and pull that card. Okay, and this is me on the mundane level or on the other level that is not necessarily connected to witch, and pull a card or whatever, express that. And then this is how I can connect to that witch. This is what I can do to integrate the witch into my daily and normal practice. This is how I can embody that energy and pull a card for that. And this is what is going to happen. This is my inspiration as I start implementing and embodying the witch in my daily life, because this is who I am, and I'm not scared of who I am. I'm not scared of becoming this beautiful being. I'm not scared. I'm empowered by it, and I'm stepping into it, and I freely express myself as myself, and I am comfortable and confident in it. And so we have to learn to step into that, and that's why we are talking about integrating the witch this month. So
Yeah.
that's just really what it is. I so just have fun with it, really. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point for anyone who really is having issues with connection and accepting the witch that they are, understanding that being a witch isn't as something that you turn on and off. It is something that is with you every day through everything you do. So I think that is a lot to go on. And y'all know, if you have any questions or comments or experiences to share or whatever, you can do so. Description box below. And y'all tell us, like, if you try any of these things out, let us know. Do a video. Talk about what you experienced if you're comfortable with that, or share whatever concoction you came up with. If you decide to throw together just ton of different things that we talked about, let us know. We really would love to hear from you. So do a video, do a blog post, whatever floats your boat, and point it out to us so we're aware. For
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. But yeah, and before we go, I will also say that Melissa and I have, been invited to be a part of the Starting Out Solitary experience. And so check us out. We're sub hosts, and check us out on that channel, which we'll put the link to that channel below. But it's a fun experience, and it's a new way to connect with more people and connect with different types of people. And we're going to have so much fun, and we already are. So definitely check that out. And yeah, y'all, if you have any questions, like Melissa said, just ask, and we will see you next time. Be
Mm-hmm.
blessed.
Bye.